the model, set play analysis using the Doves model. And we use this obviously in the B and the A license in particular. D is for delivery, the organisation, the variety it does, how they execute it, and second phase. So using that as the model, we'll go through the attacking, defending. But just to give you an idea what each one means, so delivery, what it's talking about is the flight and trajectory of the ball, the pace, and the area that it's delivered in. Yes.
Coach David,
Yes.
you cannot see your slide.
You can't see my slide.
Yeah.
Zachwan, can you see it?
Yes, I can see it. How about the other coaches? Can you see the slide?
We can see it.
Yes.
No, I can't. I can't see that one.
Cannot see it.
Only one. How does that work? Maybe down in the... Anyone else can't see the slide? Everyone else. Only you, Tafiq. Can you see it? Teams are spending more time on it because they're scoring goals from them, and you can see on each World Cup it's just got better and better for each one. For the purpose of set play analysis, I've used the Doves model, which is delivery, organisation, variety, execution, second phase. And so you know, as instructors, the reason I use that model is that's the model we use in the B and the A license. So I wanted to align what we do in those courses with the workshop. So when you're analysing, both in defending and attacking, you can use this model, okay? So I'll just go through the meaning for each one. So delivery is flight and trajectory and the pace of the ball and the area it's delivered in. So it's one of the most important parts when you're analysing set pieces, regardless whether they're corners or free kicks, no matter what it is. These are the three important areas when they deliver the ball. Can you hear me now, Zachwan?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, because I can't. Okay, good. Organisation, then it's about the numbers and the positioning. And it might be the areas the team covers, the area they attack, and is there any balance or cover? And all that balance and cover means, is there anything outside the box? Is there someone out further up the field? So it's kept it as simple as possible to make it easy. Variety, is there simple variations? The thing that a lot of them do now, it looks the same, but there's a different outcome. So the setup might look the same, but the runs might be different. You know, different people involved, things like that. So the simple variation might be, instead of delivering the corner into the penalty spot, it might be that they play a short pass and then deliver the pass in. So just some simple variations for each of the set pieces. Execution, and this is probably the important part, timings of the runs, feints. All that means is sometimes you've got teams that take corners that someone goes towards the ball to make it a short corner, but it doesn't happen. They play it into an attacking area. Where's the first contact? Where's the first contact in regard to where the ball is delivered? Anticipation or signals. You know, you see them with one hand, two hands, one finger, two fingers, anticipating where the ball is going to be delivered. And the other one is blocks. How the team block the runs? As you know now, referees are looking for interference in the box now, and the blocking a run now, it takes a lot of practice. You can't just step in someone's run. You've got to be there before it happens, because as you know, they'll give penalties quite quickly now. Second phase, which a lot of people forget about when they're analysing, is where are they positioned? Excuse me. where are they positioned for the second phase? So that means, excuse me, that means, are they outside the box, waiting for the ball to come in? Give me a sec, I'll just get a water. Positioning themselves, what are the key areas? You know, like in most teams in the second phase, attacking wise, put a man on the D for that one to come out. But it might be also someone halfway to the halfway line. So, you know, and the attacking part is first touch. Where are they striking the ball from? Can you block it? Things like that. So the second phase is very, very important. Now with this second phase also, and the positioning in particular, is where is everybody situated? It's not just the person taking the corner and the people involved in the box. You know, where are the defenders? Where are the midfielders? You know, where's the goalkeeper at the other end? Where are they positioned? So you need to look at that when you're starting to analyse the set pieces. So we'll start with corners. We'll start with attacking corners. So this is from the World Cup. Back in Van Basten's day, we didn't spend a lot of time working on set pieces in training. Hang on, let me go back, sorry. Maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Today, more attention is being paid to these things. And you can see that in the World Cups. You can see it in the La Liga and Bundesliga, and obviously when the EPL starts, there's a lot more work done on set pieces. Carlos Alberto, as they say, delivery is everything. It's a special situation because you can push as many players as you want into the box and practice routines beforehand. So remember, by pushing as many people in the box means you're vulnerable at the back. So it's like a counter-attack, eh? So if an attacking corner comes in and the keeper catches the ball, that means the other team can counter-attack. So you need to look at how do they defend that. Also, it's not just about the attacking corner. So here's the setup. So if you want to take some notes, so attacking corners setup, we talk about delivery. Is it near post, far post? Is there a target area? Is it in swinger, out swinger? Anyone on the keeper? Is there a blocker used on the best defender? What is the role of the attackers in the box? So you can see in this picture here, the Blues taking the corner here. I didn't do video on this one because I wanted a still picture, but you're having a look that the target area is in the edge of the box here where someone's making a run, and you can see the two reds trying to block the runs. And look on the outside of the box where there's a free player. So this is the situation you need to look at when you're defending a corner, who's in the box, but also who's away on the halfway line and who's away from that area. The goalkeeper, how they defend that. So how do they attack those spaces, and is there anyone else that is involved in the set piece? So for the Blues, because they're attacking, they've sent 2 people out, but the Reds have sent 1. And here's for the second phase. Looks like the person outside the box. So there's sort of the questions you need to ask yourselves. And then attacking corners, setup, short corners, which players are involved? Which ones are involved? What are the signals? Anyone set up for the second phase? So in this case, it's obviously the black team is taking those corners. What's the second phase? What is the setup to counter the counter? So we've got a player in here. So what's the setup to counter the counter? So if the black team gets the ball, what's the setup? When the yellow team gets the ball, what's the setup? So movement of the movement, short corner, runner from the goalkeeper. So have a look how they set up the short corners. Is it that way? Is it from the outside where the where the winger might come in, or who is it who's actually setting up that short corner? Who are the two people involved? So attacking corners. So if the other team is zonal defending, how does the attacking team set up here? As you can see in this photo, the red team is zonally defending. So how does the white team counter that? So how do they deal with man-to-man marking, and who are the players' delivery is targeted to? So in the white team's case, who are they going to be targeted to? Is it anyone in the 6-yard box, or is it maybe the one outside the 6-yard box? And you'll see that obviously when you're doing your assessment. The other question, I'll go back. Sorry. The other one is what are the runners positioning in the box? So how do they position themselves? Do they start in the 6-yard box? Do they start outside the box? Do they run? Who runs where? And who do they target? All right, so those 3 slides with the questions is how we analyse attacking corners. So it's in general, zonal area, how do they deal with man-to-man marking, delivery to target areas, what are the positioning of the runners in the box. Yeah, if there's short corners, who's involved, what are the signals, what's the second phase, and how do they set up to counter? And lastly, what are the runs? Near post, far post, target area, in swinger, out swinger, left foot, right foot. I didn't put that in. Anyone on the goalkeeper? Is there someone blocking the defender? Because they might have a great defender that's a good header, so they might have an attacker block his run. And what's the role of the attackers in the box? So they're the questions you need to ask yourself when you're analysing attacking corners. Any questions before I go on to defending corners? No questions. Can you hear me, Zach? One?
Yes, I can hear. I can hear you.
No worries. Okay. No, any questions, guys? Okay, we'll move on. Defending corners. Attack wins your games. Defence wins your titles. That's from one of the best managers we've seen. So there's some good information in this one. It's quite interesting. So defending corner setup. So here's some questions to ask yourself when you're analysing. How does the team set up? Who are the best headers in the team? Yeah. What areas are they weak in? Do they zonal defend? Is man-to-man marking? Or is it both man-man marking and zonal defence? So you'll find teams will vary, obviously, depending on the players they have, whether they do completely zonal, whether they do completely man-to-man, or whether they do both. It's something you need to see when you're analysing the team to see what that setup is. And we'll come to the attacking zones in the areas they defend the best. The other part is when they're defending corners set up, does the team adjust for short corners? Yeah, what players are placed further up the field? As you can see here in the picture, they're defending the corner. Do they send players further up the field? What threats are the players further up the field? Why do they set them up here? They're players placed on the posts. As you know now, in the current modern trend, a lot of goalkeepers don't have people on the post, but there are a lot of other teams that do. So it's something that you need to put in your analysis. What players are in position for the second phase? So who's going to handle that, and what's going to happen when the ball comes out of the 18-yard box? What do they do when that happens? So the other one is, what are the goalkeeper's strengths and weaknesses? So you might want to have a look at that, because when you're analysing, you want to see if the keeper can handle those crosses, or does he come out and punch them? Doesn't he catch them, or does he stay on his line? So they're observations you'll need to put into place when you're doing those analyses. How does the team react when in possession? So when the keeper catches it, or when the ball is headed out, what do they do? Do they stay there? Do they come out as a group? Do they pressure the ball quickly? What do they do? So you'll need to put that into your analysis. Do the players adapt to the situation if changed? And that is the what if, because a lot of teams analyse other teams, but it might happen on that day, they might change what they normally do. So are those players able to adapt to what the other team changes? So that's something that you probably need to notice when you're doing defending corners, and every time there's a corner, has anything changed and have they adapted? So the 3 slides again, I'll go through them. How does the team set up? Who are the best headers in the team? What areas are they weak in? Do they zonal defend? Do they man mark, or do they do zonal and man marking at the same time? Defending, does the team adjust for short corners, or do they just leave it? What players are involved up the field? What threats are the players further up the field? Are these players placed on the post? And what position are players in for the second phase? The last bit is obviously about the goalkeeper, strengths and weaknesses. How do they react when they're in possession? And do the players adapt to the situation if it's changed? So they're the questions maybe you need to ask yourself when you're analysing defending corners. Any questions, guys? Okay.
What do you mean by second phase?
Second phase, when the ball comes back out, right?
Second ball, huh?
Yeah, second ball. Yeah, second ball. Yeah. Because one thing to be careful of when you're analysing is a lot of people analyse just the delivery of the ball in the box, but it's more than that. Because if the keeper comes out and punches it but doesn't clear it, where have they got players for that second ball? Where are they? So you need to know where they are. Yeah. Good question. Any other questions, guys? Okay, we'll go to attacking free kicks. And probably this is an area where in all the years have absolutely improved, because most teams have got specialists who practice this. And it's only got a slide on this one. So the themes with attacking free kicks is what areas is a direct shot taken. So have a look where, if it is in your game, where do they directly shoot a goal, or do they play it into the box? Who actually takes it? Maybe one on one side, maybe another person on the other side. So who actually takes it? What is the setup to counter the counter? All that means is if they lose possession, what have they set up behind the ball? All right, so yes, it is about the attacking free kick, but it's also about seeing what have they set up behind the ball if they don't score, or if the other team clears it. Is there runs in the box? What areas are the runs into? Is there a combination before a shot on goal? You've seen somewhere some people have a little run past the ball, or run past the wall. Have a look if there's a little combination in there. The ball. How many do they send down, and where do they put them? As you can see, this is Mexico, Germany. You can see Mexico, how they've set up along the 18-yard box here. And look, they've got someone on this side of the wall. So you need to mention that when you're doing your analysis. And who comes down? Right? How many is it? The 2 centre backs come down. How do they set that up? And then you look at the Germans here. Maybe on that photo, it might be mainly zonal. Maybe they're looking at zonal rather than man to man. So in your attacking free kicks, they're the main areas to look at. Excuse me, to look at. So it might be that if it's nearer to the box, they shoot on goal. If it's further out, they have runners in the box. And you just identify that at the time. All right. Defending free kicks, which is the last one. In what area is the wall implemented? So, because if it's further out, do they put a wall up? Then how many in the wall? In what areas? So, and who goes in the wall? It might be a good part of your analysis of who actually have. Do they have tall ones, short ones? How does that work? Do they jump up and down? Do they just stay in the wall? And obviously the rules have changed now with the wall, where attacking players have to stand in front of the wall. Man marking or zonal defending, same thing. Position of the goalkeeper, have a look where they stand. You might see some stand behind the ball. Yeah, so make that comment. What is it set up to counter the attack? So if they lose possession, what have they got behind the ball? And do the defenders run with the attackers? So if there's a run in the box, do the defenders run with those attackers, or do they let them go and just let it to the keeper? So they're the questions you need to ask for defending free kicks. Pretty easy, mate. I went through it this week and took a lot out of that. I just wanted to keep it as simple as possible, because I think when you're analysing these ones, you need to be quite precise in what you're doing, and also identifying what's the team's reaction after the ball is played, both as an attacking team and a defending team. And I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. Questions, guys? Anything you're not sure about? Okay, what I'll do is when we send this out, I'll put in the main slides so you can have the defending, attacking free kicks and those questions you can ask yourself. So that might help you a bit, and when you're putting your analysis together. Questions, guys?
Just maybe a quick one.
Yeah.
These are all still photos, but the video need to be attached as well.
You can, yes. I left still photos deliberately because when we do the workshop, I wanted to obviously show how it's set up. Yeah. So, but yes, it'd be good if you just put a little clip of the actual action.
All right.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else? Now that you've done attacking, defending, and transition, this part here is a lot easier. You've got the information already what to put in. So, and remember, maybe some games you don't get many. You only might get 1 or 2 free kicks, or you might only get 3 or 4 corners. So you'll be analysing your own team still, same thing, of what they do. Any other questions, guys?
David, in defending or in attacking free kick, what happen if we need to show if the free kick fail? The counter attack action.
Yeah, if it happens all the time, yes, of course, because some teams are really good at defending a free kick in a corner and countering. So if you're doing defending and they defend the corner, and say the keeper receives the ball, and you've got someone further up the field and he plays him straight away, I think you should show that.
Yeah.
Because you need to know that if you're the head coach, don't you? Right. What they do. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Good question.
Probably that will come under the second phase category, right?
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Okay. As I said, I'll send you the main slides for those for next week. All right. So what we'll do is we'll start the presentations for. Just give me a second. I'll get out of this presentation. Hopefully, I won't drop out. I know I didn't drop out. Oh, great! I didn't. Fantastic.